Welcome to your Daily Dose of Hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. First of all, I want to just share that today, this episode that I'm recording right now, that you're listening to, is the 300th episode of the Daily Dose of Hope. And nobody's probably more surprised than I am that we got to 300. So if you've been here for a while listening, I want to thank you for your support and for being part of this. Or if this is the first time, I'm glad you're here too. I'm not sure where this is going to go or how long I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going for a while, but I feel like getting to 300 was a milestone worth acknowledging. And so today I want to talk about the courage to begin, which feels appropriate when hitting a milestone. So no matter when you're hearing this, I want you to know that you have more courage and resilience than you think. We often underestimate what we can do and what we can accomplish and how we can impact our personal world and our daily lives. It requires courage, but not the big dramatic kind of courage that we see like in action movies or people that run into fires or, it's the everyday kind of courage, like the courage to try, the courage to start, the courage to move forward even when you don't have all the answers. Every meaningful change begins with someone deciding to take the first step. And maybe that someone is you. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to know every answer. You don't have to even be 100% certain. You just have to start because once you start moving, something powerful happens. Hope begins to move with you. You begin to see new options or opportunities. You find a resource that's helpful or a potential solution that feels right. Or you run into somebody else who's been on that path and can show you the way or wants to join you. Years ago, I read a book called The Courage to Start. It was written by John Bingham. He was a middle-aged guy, I think out of shape, who started running. And well, to hear him tell it, he started jogging slash walking slash waddling. I think he referred to himself as the penguin because he caught his reflection one day and was like, oh my gosh, I just sort of waddle when I'm running. But the most important part of the whole story is that he started. He was moving. He was showing up for himself. And he was doing something that was hard and something he wasn't very good at, something that was uncomfortable. I think of that story often when I'm facing something hard or maybe just facing something I don't want to do, something that I'm not good at, or something that's going to make me a little uncomfortable. Sometimes the energy we spend avoiding what we need to do is so much worse than just taking some action. If you've got something hard to face or something uncomfortable that keeps shifting from today's to-do list to tomorrow's to-do list to next week's to-do list, maybe this is the day that you can find the courage to start. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just need to keep moving forward. This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, Women's Voices Amplified.